morning, everyone, and welcome back to TCTC Time. I'm your host, Jayla Eastlake.
And I'm Caitlin Duffield.
And on this week's episode, we feature a segment that is dedicated to Black History Month. Let's see what Elijah Wright and Darian McNeely have to say.
Good morning, TCTC. I'm Elijah Wright, and today I'm joined by Darian McNeely, and we're going to be talking about Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month, everybody. It's my favorite month of the year. It's February. You know what we're doing. So today we're going to have a little presentation, and some of the things we're going to hit on today is number one, why do we celebrate? Learn about Black history. Number two, how can you support us throughout the year? Ways to show appreciation. Number three, ending generational curses, taking the steps forward to end racism. Number four, culture within communities, what our ancestors brought to society. So boom, why do we celebrate Black History Month? Everybody knows what it is, hopefully, but why do we really celebrate it? We celebrate it because it's really not only just about our culture and our history, but it's really about the entire world. Black history has really been placed in not only in America, but like I said, the entire world. So we want to make sure that Black History Month is really represented in a good aspect.
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it, by George Santayana. We need to learn our history or else it will be repeated, so we try to focus a lot on Black History Month and making sure that our history is known as well. How you can support us throughout the years. A way you could support us throughout the year is by supporting Black businesses as well as the achievements with your peers and celebrities, and continue to support one another, making sure you bring one another up throughout the year.
As everybody knows, it's a lot of racism, it's a lot of colorism, it's a lot of violence going on around the world. And we want to make sure that everybody knows that racism is not born. You don't just wake up a racist. You have to be taught racism, and it's a mindset. So we want to make sure that we break that mindset for us to become more united. Also, we have lost so many years of connection of society based off of racism and the mentality behind it. So we want to make sure that, we can fix racism, but we have to fix the mindset first. What Black culture has brought to the world? It's so much stuff that, man, from music, from Hollywood, from style, from clothing, from food. It's so much that we have brought. We have our implant and our footprint in everything in the world. It's just so much to count. Don't be normal, exceed expectations. Really, I want to encourage y'all to really just push yourself. Don't limit yourself to normal. Make sure you get out your comfort zone, man, because when you're like everybody else, you don't really stand out. So you can be anything you want to be. You could be a philanthropist, you can be an entrepreneur, you can work with plants, you can do whatever you want to do. Just make sure when you do it, make sure that you do it in pride, make sure that you know that you have ancestors behind you, and make sure you do it to your well-ability. Give it 110%.
We go to a trade school. Make sure you utilize what you're given in the school and make sure you try to exceed your expectations. Here we have a few quotes from a bunch of different African American peers throughout the years. They all share inspiring wisdom and encouraging words. If there are some people that you may know on here, and if you would like to take a look at them and maybe even steal some of these quotes to say throughout the day.
Real quick, over here it says Marcus Garvey. A people without the knowledge of their past, history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Like I said, without you knowing your history, especially us as colored students, without us knowing our history, we really don't know what we are and who we are, and people in general. You don't really know who you are without your history. So make sure that, especially in this month, you look up some inspiration, some people that you know, some ancestors, community leaders. Just know your history because it really helps you get encouragement within yourself to do with anything you want to do because your ancestors did it before you.
In conclusion, we hope everyone had a great Black History Month. And if you can answer this trivia question, you can win a free little prize by seeing Miss Bako or Miss DeToro during your lunch. It's a limited selection of people, so make sure you see her nice and early. The question is, what year did Black History Month start being celebrated?
So basically, we want to do a little 5-minute presentation for Black history. I know it's a lot more we can talk about, but in our time, I just want to thank you guys for listening to us, and I encourage everybody to just carry on Black history throughout the entire year. So thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the list, we have Program Insider. Let's head over to them.
so web design and app development is a great start for people who want to make a career in some type of programming, whether you're a game designer or a computer software engineer. We have several students right now that are continuing their education from here at the college level, and they're working for a lot of successful companies such as Amazon and FedEx. We have a couple that are still pursuing their masters. So there's a lot of opportunities for them. This is the start of, the pathway, I guess, if you want to say it that way. We also have web developers who are strictly staying on the pathway of designing websites. So there's a big opportunity for anyone who's interested in the IT field. This would be a great beginning for them. Okay, some of the projects that we do here in web design and app development. We do the Cool Tech Challenge, which they're completing right now. It's a neat opportunity for these guys to try to do something for the real community involvement. It allows you to make a website, an application for like a phone app that actually works to help benefit some type of community event or involvement. It's a neat opportunity for them to work as a team, and also it allows them to enter a contest which gives them some money. So there's a threefold opportunity for them to do a project, whether it's going to be something such as, like, I'll just give this as an example. Someone developed a basketball app. They needed a basketball court to show its time slots available to go play there in the community. So that way it frees up a lot of people, and there's not this big bottleneck of all these kids trying to get on at the same time. So it's something like that. If you design it and think of it, you submit it, and hopefully they'll become one of the top teams that we present to.
Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you all next week.